She's turning 30 in 3 months' time, and she desperately wants to find her purpose. My name is Chinenoli, and this is the Metrowoman Talk Show. Joining me today to discuss answers from the questions that we get from women all around the country is Chelsea Namani, an architect and a fashion entrepreneur, and Buki Bash, a fashion entrepreneur and a mind management coach. Hello ladies, thank you for joining us today. Hello. Hello. So yes, today we've received some questions that we'd like you to help us answer. And I would like to know, are you ready for this? Are you ready to take on the questions?
Yes, we are ready.
Oh, good. So today, our question is from Nkiru. Nkiru lives in Lagos, and Nkiru says, hello, Metrowoman. I'm a marketer in an insurance firm, and I'll be 30 in 3 months' time. However, I feel like I'm not where I should be in life. I'm a very happy and vibrant person, but every now and then I feel like I'm missing out on something. I hear people talk about having goals and dreams, and I honestly don't know where to start from. I feel this sense of unfulfillment every time. I need some guidance. How do I start my journey? Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Very interesting. Now, from this question, I can tell that Nkiru feels that she's made for more. I'd like to start from Buki. You're a mind management coach.
Yes.
And I know you're passionate about helping people on that journey of self-discovery. What are your thoughts on Nkiru's question?
Okay, on Nkiru's question, with the mind that there'll be a lot of people that would, have similar issues.
Yes.
Because people are trying to find their purpose. The first point is this. The fact that you're feeling the way you're feeling is a sign that you have even started. So first of all, what I'd like to tell you is this: don't beat yourself over what you haven't achieved, because having that attitude, first off, would even, set you back, and you begin to feel like, what am I doing with my life? What's going on with my life?
Yeah.
Don't have that attitude. Don't beat yourself about the things that you haven't achieved, because every new day is an opportunity to start something, begin something new, start fresh. Even if you made a mistake yesterday, in fact, yesterday is too far. Even if you made a mistake 2 hours ago, what you have now is a moment for you to start afresh. Now, when you're feeling like, I have to do more, it's a good sign. You have actually started, because there are some people that they haven't even gotten to that point of feeling like that. They are still groping in the dark and, living their routine lives. So, number one, that you feel that way is a good thing. That means you feel like you're made for more. Now, the question is, how do you start? What do you do? How do you live a fulfilling life and know that, you're doing something that is more fulfilling?
Yeah.
The key to live a fulfilling life, from my perspective as a mind management coach, is for your existence to improve the existence of another person. It may be your family, it may be your extended family, it may be anybody else. As long as your life is improving the quality of lives that other people are experiencing on the earth, people can do it through different ways. When you're trying to find yourself, it's like trying to find your channel through which you want to achieve something. So it's a means to an end. And the end is this: I want my life to give meaning to another person's existence through, you cannot define it through whatever it is. For someone else, it's through medicine, through architecture, through fashion, through mind management coaching, like I am doing. So it's first of all finding the end. What do you want to achieve? And why do you want to achieve it? It's so that you can live a fulfilled life. I remember someone once said that don't just be someone that balances the ecosystem. You are just killing the ants and making sure everything is balanced. Let your existence count. By the time your existence begins to count, that fulfillment and that emptiness that you seem to feel will get filled up gradually. So The avenue through which you achieve this, and for everyone, is different.
Yeah.
Okay, you said you're a marketer, you work in a company and all that. There are so many people that are in that same company and they are feeling fulfilled because what they are doing is a means to an end for them. If it's not a means to an end for you, you would probably feel frustrated. So because you are in the same company doing the same thing, doesn't mean you are experiencing that job in the same way.
So what I hear you say is that every single individual has something to offer the world. There's a talent, because you talked about expressing whatever it is that you have through different channels. So it sounds to me like she has to begin a journey more like a journey of self-discovery. In other words, who am I? What do I have? What can I do? What are the things that I've been gifted with? What are your thoughts?
Okay. I'm going to piggyback on what you said. Two things. Once you get a recognizance of your life, as it were,
Yeah.
and you take a step back, check it out. You've gotten it from there. Literally.
Yeah.
There's a difference between not knowing that you are meant to do more and feeling like, this is okay. That's a mediocre life.
Yeah.
The fact that you've actually thought about the fact that you're getting to a certain age
Yes.
and you should account for more. You're there already.
So that's such a good sign.
It's basically because we live in a millennial world, as it were, that everyone is entitled. Everyone expects things of people, but they don't expect anything of themselves.
Yeah.
Now you are expecting something more than you are already given. You are there. All you need to do right now is make a trajectory. What do you want to achieve in the next 2 to 5 years? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to stand? Once you make that trajectory, trajectory is, in layman terms, a to-do list. A to-do list is not a list to do and keep. It's called a to-do list for a reason.
Yeah.
Make the list, do said list according to how you've planned them. Once you make these to-do lists, you have the discipline to follow through. Discipline, it's not an easy thing to achieve. It's not an easy thing to get. If we were all disciplined as a people, as a race, we wouldn't be in the current situation we're in right now. Discipline is not something easy. So when someone is like, I've tried, I wasn't able to get, I was doing my best. You were not doing your best. Discipline means hard work. It means tunnel vision. That plan is the only thing you're seeing.
Yeah.
Till you get to said conclusion. Now you've already acknowledged that you need to do more, get more out of life, out of yourself as a person. Second thing, what are the things that catch my fancy?
Yeah.
How do I help the human race, as it were? You can only do that if you understand who you are as a person. You love yourself more. When you love yourself more, you love the next human being. No one is now different. In your mind, you see everyone as yourself. When you see everyone as yourself, you think of, how do I better the next person's life?
This chick is deep. Do you know what she just said? You see the next person like
basically
yourself.
Yes.
I never believe that as a woman you dislike another woman. It don't make no sense to me.
Makes sense,
We are the only ones that can understand what we
go
are,
through.
what we go through.
Absolutely.
A man, you can only give him an insight as to what you are, what you go through. He can never understand the depths of womanhood. Only you.
There are men recording this episode and they're watching.
They have girlfriends, they have wives.
Absolutely.
You know, your wife gives birth, she conceives, she goes through childbirth.
Yeah.
A man can't do that. That's why some men appreciate their wives, appreciate their women a lot. Now, have a trajectory, a to-do list. Get on with said to-do list. Don't procrastinate.
Yeah, you might need to visit a friend that is in a certain line
Yeah.
To have an agenda, like she said, your to-do list. The reason why I'm going to visit this person is because I learned she's into, she does makeup or she makes clothes or whatever.
I want to get into that.
I want to get into
We'll have to hold here. We're talking about issues that women face. We just finished with one question, and now we're on to the next question, and here it is. Hello, Metro Woman. My name is Cynthia. Cynthia is writing from Owerri, and she says, I've been working at my company for 8 years, and I'm due for a promotion. I've worked hard for this promotion. However, recently, my boss has begun to make certain sexual advances towards me. Initially, I tried to ignore him, but he has made it clear what his intentions are, which is a sexual relationship. He has even insinuated that if I don't succumb, I might not get the promotion that I worked very hard for. Now, she brings out 2 points. She says, Metro Woman, I've dedicated 8 years of my life to my career growth. And number 2, she says, I am in a relationship already. And she wants our help. She's asking, how do I handle this situation? Intense. Chelsea.
Intense.
Most women have actually gone through this.
Yeah.
If not on a daily basis, at least a monthly basis. Some colleagues, our bosses, that was one of the reasons at an early age I decided to get on with starting my own businesses as opposed to working under
Somebody.
entitled men
Yeah.
with their mediocre.
I like what you said.
Very.
So what was your experience? Do you have something you'd like to share, or do you want to
I resigned.
go straight? Yeah.
Yeah,
You resigned.
I was working in an entertainment company, and my boss was just being a man with a mediocre mindset. You know, though I had a very strong background in the sense that my parents were well-to-do, so I could afford to say, yeah, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
I don't need to do this. But if we're talking about women in a total circumference, as it were, what if the person didn't have the type
Any
of
other
partner that
option?
she could play with options? She could be like, okay, I don't need to do this. What then would you say? I don't want to be too spiritual. But if I want to be spiritual,
Yeah.
I'll tell you to resign and pray for him. And he
Pray?
will pray.
Pray for him. What's the prayer? That God will touch him, that he will lose his job.
God will not touch him. This type of person, God doesn't touch them. If God has not touched him by now, he's not going to touch him again. This type of person needs to get what is coming to him. Have we heard of the Harvey Weinstein case?
Yes.
The entertainment boss.
Yeah.
This kind of person, God is not going to touch him. God is going to implode
On him.
on him. So 2 things, you could either pray, resign, pray and stay. Try to get said promotion without having anything intimate to do with that man. Because once you have anything intimate to do with him, that's it. You're not going anywhere. It will now look like, it's a completely a sensual relationship. You agreed for us to get into this, and we're into this. How will you say that I sexually assaulted you? Didn't you have dinner with me the other day in this restaurant? You know? So if you think that, okay, you should stay, look for a way to stay without having a sexual relationship.
And even if it means not getting a promotion, Buki, what do you
Stay
think?
there.
The thing is this, from the angle that she's asking from, first and foremost, you can hear I have invested so much.
Yes.
And I deserve this. How will now this man now come and stand as a, hey!
God has to implode on this man.
You can pray for him for God to forgive.
For 8 years of my life.
At this time, when you are supposed to have been married and have children.
First and foremost.
In Nigerian mindset.
Yeah.
First and foremost, as a person, don't get to that point in your life where everything about you is about one job. Whether to the point where you are the one sorry, the job is holding you. You are not the one holding the job. You get what I remember a friend of mine was teasing his friend in the office that this is your phone that you're holding. Is this phone that is holding you? You're not holding the phone. Then he hid it somewhere. Then the girl's life just scattered. So see, first of all, because I want to get to this issue from the grassroots before we now get to the surface.
Yeah.
First and foremost, see, hold the job. Don't let the job hold you. You see, because when you're holding a job, there is no threat. Because that man is just trying to take advantage of what you feel that you need. Because the moment he gets a sense that you don't feel you need it, he doesn't have anything to hold to threaten you. Because he feels that after all, this is what you want, Abi, let me hold. And when you don't want it anymore, it becomes invalid. It is because you are desperate. You really, really want it. Stop really, really, really wanting it. Just live. Live above what you have. You have a job, you've invested for 8 years, and it is what you have done. Be confident in yourself that you can reproduce it in a shorter time. So it's your approach.
So
it's the way you are experiencing what you're experiencing, because you can change the narrative. He's only in that position because of how you are feeling about what you have. So when you change what you are feeling about what you have, he loses his power.
Because then it doesn't matter to you.
Because at the end of the day, he cannot come. He cannot come and force you to remove the cloth, and he cannot do that. Because at the end of the day, it's still your choice.
Wow.
So it's not a matter of he said I will be promoted or not to be promoted. Because in reality, at the end of the day, I'm a Christian. It's God that promotes. So if anybody wants to say, I want to come and stand in the way, like you said, God will.
We have some implosions.
You know, so that's my understanding. Whatever position you are in life, whatever you're doing, whether you're working a job, you own a business and all that, because sometimes as a business person, some things happen in your business and it's like, oh, all my investment is gone. It is never really gone, because what it came out of is inside and you haven't lost it. So the moment you start getting a sense that you have lost something is actually when you lose it. So the reason why that guy feels he's powerful is because of the way you are feeling about what you have. So when you change how you are feeling about what you have, he has no power. It's just a threat. And by the way, he said you might not, it's a probability, it is not 100%. So hold on to that, whether 10% or that 20% of you getting it, and believe that you get it. You don't have to compromise your standards. You are with someone, be faithful and do what is right. It's not a qualifying standard, okay, because you slept with me and like she said, once you start, you have entered inside. So don't even think that anything. So just stay clear, believe in yourself, believe in the hard work that you have put in, and your hard work will pay off for you.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. So I hear you say mind transformation.
Exactly.
Change your perspective, about the situation.
About that circumstance. Change the
and
narrative.
once you do that, he loses his power over you. He has nothing to hold.
Because you see, the adverb she kept mentioning, 8 years. In her mind, like she's like,
8 years, you know, she's thinking
my life.
all of that power, all of the investments, all of the hard work.
She's just thinking of the 8 years she's put in.
Everything, I deserve this, I deserve this. You can't change the story. I did it 8 years. In fact, I can do it in 2 years. And even get better results.
All of the experience you have gained from these 8 years, you can actually go and start a company
with all the
and employ himself.
At the end of the day.
So just change the story.
Absolutely. So you are not as powerless as you think you are. Thank you for the insights that you have provided. And Cynthia, now you know what to do. You have the power. It's not the other way around. On this journey, Chelsea, what 2 points do you think our viewers should have in mind?
2 things. We should believe in our queendoms. It's crazy. It seems like such a deep word, but in actuality, it's not. It's as literal as it sounds.
We have queendom.
We have queendoms.
Wow.
We are who we are. That power that seems as though it's not really existing. Yeah, but it's a man's world. In reality, actually isn't. Who we are is what we'll project to the world. Basically, you can't have a tiny and mediocre mindset and project power. Power is power. It's as simple as that. Just the way money is money. You can't confuse money with calories. That's the same way you can't confuse power with something else. Power is power. Understand the power that we carry. Understand that we don't need to strive and suffer for inconsequential things. We are already who we are. Our minds are already right. There's how God has created us. If you've made mistakes, understand mistakes and get on with it. I've not seen a powerful person that has not made countless mistakes. You make mistakes, you get on with it. Secondly, power of your mind. What you say is what you are. What you are is who you will be. Okay, I'm strong. I can do this. This is within my power. It's within your power. You have to understand that there is power in your mind. There is power in your professions. There is power in your brain. What you think, who you believe yourself to be. You can't be someone else. You can't say, I can't say that I am you. And I'll wake up in the morning and become you. I can only be who I am.
I appreciate your uniqueness. Absolutely.
Understand myself, love my flaw, love my flawlessness, as it were, and get on with changing the world with your unique self. We're all unique.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I love your depth. It just calls to me. And Buki, your 2 points.
Okay, 2 points, 2 points, 2 points. Many points are rolling in my head, but I need to pick 2.
Yes, me too.
For every woman, you're unique and you have something to offer. Even though someone else may not think so, you have something to offer. And then if you don't give what you have, just like your fingerprints, nobody else would experience it. It's unique to you. So you have to give it to the world. And you have the capacity to do it. You have the ability and you have the resources. If you can, just like she said, open your mind. It's in the mind. As a mind management coach, I see different things. I talk to different people and I see that people experience their lives from different perspectives. And then the second point I'd like to make is what I used to answer the last question. Define the narrative of your life. And when the circumstance seems negative, change the narrative so that you can have a different experience of the same circumstance.
Wow. And we have come to the end of today's show. Don't forget everything that you learned today. Love yourself. Believe in yourself. Remember that you are special. Every single one of you. We have something so deep and so precious. And the world is waiting for your gift, waiting for the unfoldment of your personality, every single one of us. And that's what we hope to bring across to you on this show, to make your lives better, so that we can all grow together. Don't forget to send your issues, any questions that you might have, to ask at metrowomanafrica.org, and we'll be glad to take it up from there. Till I see you same time next week, I'm saying don't forget to love yourself, believe in yourself, and remember that you're the best. God bless you.